What's up everybody? Today we're gonna do a video on how to rune the Desert Queens. The Desert Queens, I feel like they're more straightforward than like the Polar Queens or some of the other units, because like some of the other units, like the Polar Queens are like some of them are attackers, some of them are support monsters. Desert Queens are pretty straightforward. They're all support monsters. They all have the same base speed, right? They all have 11,000 plus HP, so they're all pretty straightforward for the most part, and being very similar in use. Okay, so let's talk about how we're going to use them and how we're going to rune them. Sekhmet, the first one, all of them have the touch seduction first skill. Attacks and decreases its attack power for 2 turns with a 50% chance. Nice skill, especially for raids. I know some of them have multiple debuffs, so especially for raids, these are nice because you can revenge with this and you can get that necessary attack break that keeps your team alive a little bit longer. A lot of times when you lose raids, R5, like, we didn't get the attack break, that's why we lost. But revenge, like Colleen, especially on revenge, and Desert Queens on revenge, things that can revenge an attack break immediately, are very nice to have. Okay, so we have the second skill, Curse the Beautiful, AoE, defense break, glancing hit debuff, and disturb HP recovery as well. Another good one for raids, but it's also an for raids, but it's also an AoE, so it's good for things like RTAs, not bad if you can make sure that the enemy team does not have immunity. It's kind of like a death sense. Can't heal, right? Can't heal, can't glancing hit debuff, and then also defense break. So it's kind of like, oh, if my monster moves next and he's got an attack buff, you're dying. That's it. This is really nice for things like that. And then we have Charming Voice, attacks an enemy, stealing all beneficial effects and sets all the enemy skills on max cooldown. All of these need accuracy. Stealing beneficial effects sets all skills on max cooldown. So I was talking to the Greek. He told me that someone on Asia got legend with Samath, Kabila, Sekhmet, and I think the last one was Camila. I'm pretty sure the last one was Camila. So what they did was they outsped with Samath Kabila. Kabila's got the highest base speed in the game. Sekhmet comes in next, and before the enemy can even move, Sekhmet comes in, and she should, like in the perfect world, like the AI, hopefully would Charming Voice, not like first or second skill, but we want them to Charming Voice. This way it kind of shuts down Tiana. That's really what she came out for. It was like, okay, we want to shut down the Tiana users. We want to give something to counter Tiana. She's got low base speed. So the only way you can counter Tiana is by outspeeding and using Charming Voice like that. So like what they did with their team. Now it is not an unbeatable team. It is just for Rush Hour because you can auto that team. Samath, Kabila, Sekhmet, and Camila. You can just, there's several things you could bring in that are just tanky bruisers, and you could just tanky bruiser that team. But the thing is, like, for Rush Hour, you want it to be, you can't, like, have tanky bruiser arena offense and expect to clear wings that fast. So if you're, like, really trying to finish high level, then something like that, you really can't go in. Like, mid, you know, for like, the Conqueror or whatever, I think people might still be like, just auto you tanky bruiser, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then they'll take like a few minutes to do it, but for high level, it's gonna be difficult. So that was their team. Basically, this is supposed to be a Tiana counter, but it's also kind of nice for RTA. It's also kind of nice for she's got debuffs in R5. She's got an HP leader skill, which is nice. I prefer. I found what works best is resistance, defense, and crit rate for leader skills for R5. I find those are the 3 that we almost always were like resistance, crit rate, defense, resistance, crit rate. Like those are the 3 that seem to work the best to have those in there. But she's got 4 debuffs. She needs accuracy, so I find her used. People say despair. They like to put her on despair, but I find that the best ones are swift, and either swift focus or swift will if you think that you might get outsped. But swift, like if you feel like you're gonna move first and you're guaranteed gonna move first, then swift focus. Speed HP, and accuracy subs, or speed HP accuracy if you can't get as much accuracy on subs. Those are both, but kind of anti-Lucian as well. You got to think about it that way. That's why I think like speed HP might be nice too. Excuse me, if you feel like you're gonna get outsped by Lucian. So either speed HP or speed HP accuracy with HP subs if you have accuracy on 6, or accuracy subs if you have HP on 6. But try to get. She really does need high accuracy, and I find that Swift. More people are ruining her with Swift than with Despair or with Violent. So that's what I found out for. That's what I found for her. Taking a look at some of the best Sekhmets. Then we have Bastet, another monster that people say Despair. She got the same first and second skills. Another monster, people say sometimes Despair. People are like, oh, I like Despair Bastet. I like Vile Bastet. But then you look at most of the Bastets that are used in high-level play, and it's Swift. Swift. So she's basically like a better version of Megan. I know I've done videos. I have a video I did not too long ago. I'm sure a lot of people watched it when I got Bastet. I'm like, she's one of the best monsters. You can use her basically anywhere. You can use her basically anywhere. You could use her in both fire and wind rift beast. Fire and water rift. Actually, I wonder if you could use her for the wind one too, because she's got element disadvantage, but she does have, so you would do less damage there. You wouldn't really be getting S rank very often. You'd be less likely to do that. But she does at least have this shield, which is nice. Shields are kind of nice for the wind one. But she does have element advantage, and she really doesn't do a lot of burst damage. I find that for the fire one, she's actually really good. And because she does the AoE, and the fire one's got the little minions. She's good for giants, she's good for dragons. She's even got, this is a multi-hit for Necropolis too. So she can be even used for Necropolis. She's not the best. She can be used though. She can be used. And then we have, what else? R5, she can be used. She's got multiple debuffs. She's got the defense leader skill, 33% global. She can be used in Rift Beasts. Not Rift Beasts. Well, yeah, Rift Beast. But she can be used in, what am I thinking? RTA. She can be used in Arena Offense. She can be used in Arena Defense. So usually Swift, though, on her. Swift will. There is I mean, you could really do her, like, Despair and use her in TOA as well. You could do that. She does have an AoE. So it's not the worst, idea either. She also can be used on a different build. She could be Despair. She could be another thing, accuracy important on her. Not as important because this skill doesn't need accuracy as well, but still very important on her. So I wouldn't go accuracy on 6. I would go, unless you have, I still really wouldn't go accuracy on 6 right now. I have her on speed. I think I have her on speed defense HP or speed HP HP. I don't know. But I guess we'll take a look at mine. Okay, so mine's good. Yeah, mine is speed defense HP. I know she should be faster. She should have more accuracy too. But I think she's not. So she's on speed HP defense. Back to her. Where is she? But also she's used a little bit differently. She could be used like. She could be used speed HP, double Nemesis Will. Now what double Nemesis Will on Bastet will do is if you're going up against Leo or if you're going up against Lucian, if Lucian tries to amp magic, right? If you're thinking you might get double Lucian amp magics, Bastet moves next. She still does need high. I would go speed HP with super high speed as fast as you can. So what happens is Lucian amputation magics, she takes a lot of crits, so her attack gauge gets buffed up. She cuts in before the second Lucian. She buffs your team's attack. She gives them a shield as well. Now with Megan, like you can use that for Megan too, but Megan is going to give the defense buff. The shield against the second Lucian attack, the shield is going to be more beneficial, right? But you want the rest of your team to move anyway. If you're using Bastet, you want the rest of your team to move anyway. Start killing Lucians. Have some kind of fire threat in there would be nice as well. Maybe have a Perna in there, Perna maybe Von Prox would be a decent idea. So that is an idea. Also against Leo, if Leo comes in and the person's got like a Leo defense, Leo comes in and hits Bastet. Bastet is on Will, double Nemesis Will, pushes up her attack gauge, so her attack gauge is overflown, and then she moves next, and then she gets the next turn, she uses her Oasis Blessing, and then she can just buff up the rest of your team, they get a turn next, right? So that's another good use for her. But she could also be used for R5. You could put her, if you're gonna just use her for PvP, I mean, not PvP. If you're gonna use her for PvP, those are options. I would suggest Will on her as well. For Leo, right? And then for PvE, or not just for Leo, but for PvE, you could just rune her with just good overall stats. You don't really have to worry too much. You can go speed, defense, HP. I have her speed, defense, HP. I don't use her for arena defense. I use her for where do I use her for? I use her for sometimes in RTA, but I find that for some every time I pick her, I'm doomed in RTA. I'm like, it never works as well as, because I know some other people pick her and like she does really well based on the other units that they have. I don't have the same units to make her as good in RTA as I would like to, but I use her a lot in arena offense, and I find that defense works fine for arena offense, especially like if I'm going up against Rakan, defense works fine. Let's see, what else do we have? I was gonna say, accuracy, focus is fine on her though. Violent focus also works. If you're just gonna use her in PvE, violent focus works as well. But you want decent accuracy. All right, then we have Hathor. Hathor is an amazing monster. Okay, both for RTA and for TOA. Amazing monster. First skill, same as the other ones. Sweet Dreams attacks an enemy, 75% chance to remove all beneficial effects and puts the target to sleep. That's almost like this one. This steals them and sets the skills to max cooldown. This one removes the beneficial effects and puts the target to sleep for 1 turn. Super OP. Alright. Sleep for 1 turn, and then Delayed Promise decreases attack power of all enemies by 75% chance. Not by 75% each, and puts them to sleep for 2 turns. Amazing for TOA, one of the best TOA monsters in the game. One of the best RTA monsters in the game as well. This is, let's say you're going up against, in TOA, right? Everyone's put to sleep for 2 turns and 75% attack gauge reduction. That nullifies, if you're going up against five monsters in a floor of TOA, that nullifies, how many turns does that nullify? That nullifies over 13 turns. Two turns sleep each, right? So that's 10 turns times 5 monsters. 2 turns by 10, by 5 monsters, and 3, and then the attack gauge as well. So 75% of 5, 3. That's how I got the 13, right? I mean, their attack gauge could be more or less. It could be like less than 13. What? 13 turns average, I'm thinking. But that's insane. Nullifying 13 enemy turns. That's ridiculous. And resistance leader skill. It's good for TOAs. I'm not good for TOA. Good for, I prefer speed in TOA. Good for RTA. TOA, RTA, same thing. Again, speed. I usually see her speed HP. Speed defense HP works fine as well. High accuracy. You want this. You need this to land. Everything needs accuracy. So accuracy is important on her. I would try to go, because people are going to be still targeting her in RTA. Because she's dangerous. So I would try to make her still tanky. Speed HP, defense, speed, defense, HP, whatever. But she does need high accuracy. It is very, very important to have accuracy on her. And you go, I usually see Violent Will. I usually don't see her Swift. You think that maybe she would be Swift a lot because of this, but I usually see her Violent Will. And not the first monster that moves. Usually other things move. You either buff your teams, like she's either used with Tiana or something like that, or used with another stripper, and then she moves fast, but she doesn't move first. But I thought I would see some more Swift of her, but I almost always see Violent Will, Speed, HP, is almost always what I see on her for RTA. But again, if you're going for TOA, super fast, super high accuracy, and tankiness. That's really what you want for all these girls. We have Isis as well. She's a support monster as well. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking of Isis like Zyros because she's got this silences all enemies, puts them in Oblivion state for 2 turns. Passive skills aren't activated in Oblivion state. Enemies under silence effect won't be able to use. This is just ridiculous. It's like Zyros plus AoE to Saurion. It's one of the most OP monsters in the game. Plus, she's got the attack power leader skill as well. So you're like, okay, do I rune her for attack because she's got this and she's got this? She's got the Sweet Dream. This is just a single target. The Sweet. It's really nice too. But she really is. I think this doesn't even do damage at all. I think this just silences them and it doesn't actually do any damage. So really the same as the other ones. High speed, high it would be crazier if she had like speed or resistance or defense or HP or something else for RTA with this. I don't see her in RTA too much, but I think it's just because the high-level players seem to not have her. I think like the mid-level players have her, and they're like, I got Isis, and they're like, I need runes, so... I see some high-level players have Isis, but not... It feels like the, It seems like maybe I just watch too much of Barian stuff, and it seems like the Dark One is... Or the players that I tend to watch more seem to have the Dark One instead of the Light One. Contra's like, we can't give Barian the Light One. He's strong enough. He's strong enough. But this is just insane. This is what, like, this is a Zyros plus Oblivion is just nuts. It's like Zyros plus, did we want to Oblivion, Camila, Chow, who else? Fire Monkey, Rakuni. Oh my god, what an OP ridiculous monster. Again, Violent Will probably for like speed HP, speed defense HP. High accuracy, needs accuracy. All of these do debuffs, needs accuracy. If you can't get high enough accuracy in subs, you could consider going accuracy on slot 6. Just gives her less tankiness, but does need high accuracy. Again, same as before. This one more I see Swift, this one more I see Swift, and these ones I see more violent. Still fast, still very fast. Support monsters still very fast. Should be very fast. But I see them more on violent will. Speed HP, defense, HP. Sometimes accuracy on 6. But if it's accuracy on 6, then you still want to have like tanky subs like defense, HP, resistance, things like that. But the most important stats on all these girls are speed, accuracy, HP, defense. And then we have Nephthys. Little bit different though, We've got this, I see her in arena defense too. This leader skill increases attack speed of ally monsters by 24%. Then we've got this same skill, Curse the Beautiful, same as the fire one and the water one. Right, so you would think, okay, important to have accuracy on her. Got it, Jubega. It's the same thing. Important to have accuracy, whatever. Then we have this Deadly Charm passive. Becomes immune against inability effects and the enemies. So the first part, immune against inability effects. So can't be frozen, can't be stunned, can't be slept. Immune against inability effects, which is nice. Good for RTA especially. And enemies can't resist the skill effects you apply on them. So speed buff also for RTA. Can't resist them. Doesn't need accuracy. Okay, doesn't need accuracy. So what do you replace the accuracy with if you don't need accuracy? Well, you can go more tankiness. You could also put maybe some attack power on her too, but really, or some resistance. But really, not even worth it. See, you don't need like an accuracy. Well, you still need accuracy leader skill for the other monsters maybe in your team, but speed leader and can't be resisted here, which is pretty crazy. Oh man, if I had... Oh, why doesn't Galleon have this? Oh, that would be too OP. That would be too OP if Galleon had this. Too OP. But she doesn't need accuracy, so you could stack different things on her instead of accuracy. You could make her super tanky, speed, defense, HP, not worry so much about the accuracy subs, and just give her like a ton of tankiness. So there's that. Maybe like, oh, okay, well, like I got this rune I thought was good on her. I put like 20% accuracy on her, maybe for early game or whatever. And like, oh, it really wasn't. Okay, I see it now. She could have other things instead of the accuracy. Put your accuracy runes on these other desert queens. Yeah, because you have multiple desert queens, right? Everyone's got multiple desert queens. Who do I think I'm talking to here? Okay. So, really cool. I see you're in arena defense, though. But anyway, guys. I mean, if you pulled one of these girls, congratulations. I think people are mostly bummed out more than anything about their low base speed. I think that's the biggest hindrance on these girls is low base speed. But if they made them higher, That would be too OP. Like if they made them, if they made her higher, then oh my god, that'd be crazy, right? If they made like if you made her as strong as, it would just be. I mean, actually, she could be. I feel like she wouldn't be super OP if she was fast. But if you gave her like 115 base speed, like why wouldn't everyone use her in arena defense, right? Why wouldn't Samath, Sekhmet would be everywhere if she had like, or like 114. If she got like 14 speed, 15 speed on Awakening plus 15 speed, she'd be everywhere. She'd be like everywhere. Now you have to still use like something else like Kabila or Orion or something else if you're gonna use Sekhmet, because her base speed, like, it's still not gonna get outsped by anything. But you can still use her in arena defense, arena offense, stuff like that. I mean, not arena offense for her, but these are really nice support monsters. Again, let's just recap: speed, accuracy, tankiness. That's the important thing. They're not going to be nukers. They're not attackers. They're just there to land the debuffs, and they're not for speed runs. They're not for anything like that. They're there to land the debuffs. They're there for, like, if you want to win and you can afford to take your time, then there you go. Or I mean, she's for speed runs. She can be for speed runs, but the other ones, not so much. The other ones are more like, if you want to win and you can take your time, it's going to be more consistent, more reliable wins with them. So anyway, guys, that's it for the Desert Queens. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos. There's multiple videos in this one. I don't know. I'm still doing Saturday morning. I was gonna not do Saturday morning summons today. I'm still doing it. Not gonna do it live. Probably. I don't know. Do I even have time to still do it live? Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm semi worried about the hurricane. We'll see. I know everyone's gonna be like, Chubago, what about the hurricane? Oh my god, everyone's gonna die. This Florida is used to this by now. So just mostly my main concern is being without power for so long. But guys, don't worry about me. Worry about Miami. Miami's at this, whatever. But Miami's the one that's gonna get hit the most, the craziest. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to give a recap on that. Maybe at the end of the video. No one watches the end of the video. I can literally talk about anything I want to do. I can be like, yo, I got a sexual fetish for turkeys. No one is gonna watch the end of the video anyway. No one's watching this. Gobble gobble. I'll see you bitches later.